Blast me to Bermuda! It's time for the Mad Merlins unboxing of Star Wars Shatterpoint Twice the Pride Squad Pack by Atomic Mass Games. Hello there, and welcome to another Mad Merlins unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Shatterpoint Twice the Pride Squad Pack from Atomic Mass Games for the brand new Star Wars Shatterpoint miniatures game. So before we get into anything, let's not forget to, of course, like this video if you are enjoying the content. Also, if you are, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it's the only way you can keep up to date with all my mad content. And of course, drop a comment down below. I love hearing back from everybody, and it helps the channel get noticed. If you want to support the channel in any way, check all the links in the description box down below, including the Mad Merlins Patreon. Now, before we get into anything, what is Shatterpoint? Well, as I said, Shatterpoint is the brand new game by Atomic Mass Games set in the Star Wars universe. It focuses on squads of elite characters and their bodyguards as they fight duels over a pivotal location set in a wider conflict. So, Shatterpoint is to Star Wars Legion what Kill Team is to Warhammer 40,000. We see, in this case, Count Dooku and Jango Fett, two characters, one primary and one as a secondary, and an elite unit, in this case the Magna Guards, as they do battle over a small battlefield. So, Shatterpoint plays with two players. Each one has two squads of characters, and they battle over a 3x3 battlefield. The primary objective is 9 markers on the battlefield. Each turn, there's what's called turning points in the game. So, turning point 1, you have a set amount of objectives that activate. Turning point 2, you can choose the person who lost the first turning point will choose the positioning of the next active objectives out of a choice of 2 on the card, and the same will happen for turn 3 if it's played. So, there is, of course, more details on this in my unboxing, and I will be doing more videos for Shatterpoint in the future. So, before we get into the boxing, this is the last one, I promise you. Who is Count Dooku and Jango Fett? Well, Count Dooku was once a Jedi Knight. He was apprentice to Yoda and the master of Qui-Gon Jinn. He became disillusioned with the Jedi and how they were stagnating, really, towards the end of the Galactic Republic. And so he sided himself with the Sith Lord Darth Sidious and began, in a way, the Clone Wars. Jango Fett was hired by Count Dooku to be the template for the clone army for the Grand Army of the Republic. Of course, Jango Fett was a bounty hunter by trade and was seen quite spread around the galaxy. He is most notable, of course, for being the father of Boba Fett, who would later surpass his father almost. But he sadly does meet his demise at the Battle of Geonosis. But the good point about Shatterpoint is it's kind of a what-if scenario. What if Jango Fett was still alive and continued aiding Dooku and the Separatist army? Right then, I think I've rambled on enough, so let's take a look inside this box. And I think we might as well go straight vertical for this, I think. So here we have the box, and on the front we have a beautiful artwork here of Dooku. I really like the art style they're going for. They're going for a nice mix of cartoony yet realistic as well. We see that Dooku does look very much how he'd appear in the Clone Wars, yet he has a bit more realism to him than the over cartoony Clone Wars design was. But yeah, I think these models look really good. Can't wait to build and paint them. And on the back we have, of course, the models again. So we got Dooku, Jango Fett, with I think one of my favourite detailing pieces, a seismic charge embedded on the ground. And he does come with 2 Magna Guards, although personally I'm going to wait for the General Grievous pack and add some B2 battle droids to him. So we've got a little quote here. "Your swords, please. We don't want to make a mess of things in front of the Chancellor." And then we got a little bit of background about the warband itself. A sinister Sith Lord stalks the galaxy. Once a respected Jedi Knight and the Padawan of Grandmaster Yoda himself, Count Dooku has chosen the dark side. He now serves as the apprentice to Darth Sidious, carrying out his master's will in dark schemes from Geonosis to Coruscant, and beyond, using powerful pawns, such as the bounty hunter Jango Fett. Although he is often protected by IG-100 Magna Guards, Dooku has unparalleled skill with a lightsaber and is more than a match for multiple Jedi. With his knowledge of the dark side and the weight of the Separatist army at his back, he has all the tools he needs to secretly orchestrate a galactic civil war. So yeah, inside the box we get 4 miniatures, 3 unit cards, 1 for each of the characters and 1 for the unit of Magna Guards, 3 stance cards and 3 order cards. Alright then, let's take a look. So I'll bring my trusty knife in, open it up. This is my first expansion set for Shatterpoint, so it'll be quite interesting to see what we get inside. So we have our frame of models. We have a little card, read this first. And we have all the cards, of course. And then empty. So I think we will do as it says. We'll read this first. So scan the QR code or visit the website to access the assembly instructions. You will of course need clippers and a knife to help remove the components from the frames and clean them up, and plastic glue to assemble them. And of course we've got multiple languages. So yeah, pretty cool. I have already got the instructions saved, so I don't need to do that. But let's take a look then at the frame of miniatures. So we get our models, and we get the Shatterpoint bases. So let's zoom in and take a closer look at these frames. So here we have the up-close personal frames from the Count Dooku set. So we've got Jango Fett in one corner here, complete with these nice little seismic charge base detail. We have the Magna Guards there and there, and we have Dooku. Dooku actually has a couple of options. He can have either an outstretched hand, or he can have one casting Force Lightning, which I think is the one I'm going to be going for. The Magna Guards are pretty cool, nice detailed models. Really love the energy effects on their Magna staffs there. I've got someone at my local local gaming store who has actually built the Magna Guards, and he's built one with and one without a head, as well they do fight on without their heads attached, as we know from episode 3. But yeah, Dooku is definitely looking good. He's really cool. That head detail. Ooh. If we can zoom in there, yeah, that looks very Dooku-y. Like I said, it's a nice combination of realism and cartoony. So we know these are all very set on in the Clone Wars era of events and the timeline within the Clone Wars cartoon, but they are also semi-realistic so that they stand out from the crowd, which is quite nice. I do like that they bring a little bit more realism to models on these games. So yeah, really cool models. Can't wait to put these guys together. And we get the standard 40mm atomic mass Shatterpoint bases. So we get these with the core set and with various all the other unit expansions as well. Right, next up we got a lot of cards to go through, but we don't have too much to actually read through because we do have multi-language cards in these sets. And wow, that is a strong Ziploc bag. Wow. So yeah, we have our order cards, and then we have the English language part. Like someone has mentioned, these aren't needed to be duplicated as they are all the same, but we do have all the other languages for those wishing to pick these up. And of course we got our unit cards here as well, so we'll just pick out the ones that we need. So we got our 3 order cards here: Dooku, Django, and the Magna Guards. Zoom up a bit, there we go. It was some really lovely artwork. The people behind the game have done some really good artworks. So Simone Buonfantino / Tomato Farm there done Dooku. Chris Bures did Django. And Simone has done the Magna Guards as well. Really, really nice artwork here. The team behind the game have done an amazing job. So we got our unit cards here. So at the top we have the character themselves and what they are. We have their abilities. So this icon here means activates at the start of the character's activation. So as soon as you draw their card. We got a reactive ability, so surely you can do better, and twice the pride are both reactive. And we got a passive ability, brave but foolish there. So Jango Fett has 2 active abilities. So during his turn, at any point in his turn, he can use his abilities. So he can jump pack and use his capture wire. He has a reactive, not so fast ability. And he has 2 other abilities: my client is getting impatient, and I'm just looking to get paid. And the Magna Guards have protection protocols, bodyguard, and intercede. So these guys are really cool. They can maneuver quite easily. They combo well with the droid commander in the core set. And yeah, they are really deadly. I've seen them in action. They are nice models to face off. And on the other side, of course, we just have the full artwork there. So we have force. So anybody who has force power has this symbol and a number. We have the faction symbol here, and we have how many points they cost as well. So Dooku is SP for some reason. And then we got PC for the Magna Guards and Django. And as you can see, Dooku has 4 force there as well. So yeah, really cool models, cards even. And then we got our stance cards. So these are basically how a character will fight. Your primary character will have double-sided, as they can change their form throughout combat. Each one has a slightly different tree and also benefits to their skill rolls as well. Then we got, so yeah, just one-sided for our units. So Jango Fett and the Magna Guards just have the one profile there. And yeah, really cool. I had a demo game almost last night, and I'm really loving the game. It plays nice and quickly. All your rules are in front of you on the cards. And you're not waiting around for your opponent to do everything as its alternate activations, which is, I think, a brilliant way of doing any game system, really. It means you're not waiting around for your opponent to move half their army and then shoot the half their army before you get a chance to do anything. Yeah, there we have it. That was the unboxing for Twice the Pride Squad Pack for Star Wars Shatterpoint. So final thoughts on it. I think it's a good pack. Not too keen on the Magna Guards being with Dooku. I'm more what's the word? I more think of the Magna Guards as being with Grievous and Dooku being bodyguarded by B2 battle droids, as he's seen in Episode 2 and Episode 3. But General Grievous is actually coming with B2 battle droids and another droid commander. So what I'm going to do, hold on to these guys. I will build and paint them, of course, and then I'll put these with Grievous, and Dooku can have his B2s. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to mixing up these squads and having some interesting games at my local store. So I do have the core set as well to build, so I'm definitely looking forward to using Asajj Ventress in combination with Dooku. The two are a pretty deadly pair, and the droid commander really does help get these Magna Guards up into your opponent's face for their melee abilities. They are pretty much melee only. They have no range as far as I remember. So yeah, each character has a range profile, so Dooku's Force Lightning in this case, and they have a melee profile. Yeah, the Magna Guard, they have 5 defense for range, but have no attack in range. So yeah, really cool set, really nice detailed models. Looking forward to building and painting these. So I think that's about it, really. So yeah, as I said, really good set. Price wise then, so these are RRP for £50. I picked mine up at my local hobby store, Bridge Troll Hobbies, for £45, and I actually got the last one of these as the one of the store owners did a run to Birmingham's Gaming Expo last night. That was on. And she brought out pretty much every Dooku and Kenobi set they had and brought back for everyone to buy. So I grabbed the last Dooku, and they had 2 Kenobis and a few core sets left, but it is selling like hotcakes. So if you are looking to get into this game, pick it up. It is out now, fully available for people to purchase. There are awesome sets coming out. I think they're looking to do at least 2 squads a month, one for each faction. Currently, it is just the Republic and Separatist factions. There are going to be Galactic Civil War expansions for Rebels and Galactic Empire. So I'm looking forward to the Ghost Crew myself. And yeah, there's going to be some nice sets coming out in the near future, and there will be plenty more content on this channel. So stay tuned. So there we have it. All what's left for me to do is to say thank you all for watching. If you think I deserve it, please give this video a like. And if you also enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. If you'd like to help support the channel, there are all my links in the description box, including the Mad Merlins Patreon. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.